Hi everyone, I'm Shauna and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm bringing to you the finale for my office project pan. I didn't quite expect to end this project as soon as I am. I did hope to have about 3 or 4 months out of this project. And technically I did live it for 3 months, but I would have liked an extra month for this. But as you will see when I go through, the kinds of circumstances that we're in don't really lend themselves, at least for me, to panning a lot of makeup. I'm wearing less makeup now than really ever before. So seeing progress on any of these items is really going to be slim moving forward. So I'm going to be ending this project now. I will be bringing a new project to the channel soon. I'm in no rush. I don't really want to force anything. I do love panning and I still want to do that on this channel. So I'm going to take a break after this and then bring a new project hopefully in the next month. Even with that said, there has still been progress on some of these items, but the update I think will be short and sweet. So I'm going to go through the list and talk about the items that I picked, kind of where I'm at right now. So item number 1 was World's Best Boss, and I picked an eyeliner from this. This is kind of a product that I'm deluded about, like Michael is about being the world's best boss. I had picked the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus eyeliner. I did not wear it this month. This is the only eyeliner I own. I'm glad to own it for moments that I would like eyeliner, and this project has let me play with that. However, in May, I wore makeup about 3 times. When I was wearing makeup so infrequently, I was just defaulting to the basics, to what was comfortable, and not really playing around with anything. So that's kind of why I didn't wear it. And again, I don't know if that's really going to change for June. So I do like this item. I'm glad to have an eyeliner. I've learned more how to use it and style it. So this is still a win in my books. Number 2 was, if Pam were a makeup product, what would she be? Pam is definitely a really practical person, a really busy person, as well as the mom later in the show. So I had picked the GlossierBomb.com. I made some real progress on this. I will show a photo probably somewhere here. The progress on here has been amazing. I think I can finish this up by the end of July, which would be really great. I love this formula, but not a fan of the ingredients. So I'm just kind of happy that this project gave me the reason to work on this, to, get it out of my collection. Number 3 is a product you've fallen in and out of love with, like Kelly and Ryan. I had picked the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation that went out the last update. So that is no longer around. Number 4 is Beats for our friend Dwight. I picked Glossier Jam. I did not wear this either. This particular color of this formula, I don't know if I love as I've used it more. I have played around with it, but not worn it explicitly for like a full day or anything in May. I do like the other colors of the Generation G lipsticks better than Jam. I do find this a bit streaky and patchy, and while it is a lighter consistency than if you were to just wear like a full-on lipstick, the formula for this color just isn't great, which I think has been holding me back from wearing it. So I don't know, this might kind of go in a declutter in the future. Number 5 is a product as annoying as Wolf, and I picked the Milk Makeup Bronzer in Baked. I didn't like this, as I had said in the intro video, because of the formula. I bought this when I was trying to convince myself that I would love and use cream products, and I found the application for a long time really annoying. This project really let me play with stick products, well, this particular stick product, and I do like it more than when I started. In last update, I was talking about how I was really excited to play with this, and I finally found like I had found a way to use this and enjoy it. I did use this the other day. I was playing with some of these items earlier this week, like just to have a play. I do like this item and I have found a way to make it work. But I find that when I wear this bronzer in particular looks the most like a harsh line or like a halo of product. It doesn't, maybe it's the application method or the color. I'm not totally sure, but I feel as though it looks like bronzer and not like a natural product. Maybe again, that's just a learning curve, but I was really on cloud 9 in the last update and I've kind of calmed down as I have played with it a couple of times. That is all to say that I do like this and I am going to continue to use it. It's definitely not a declutter item. It's really functional. I wouldn't want to have a cream blush as the only blush in my collection. And I've learned enough about my preferences with this item to know that buying other cream products isn't really it for me. I think I will always prefer powders, or at least at this stage of my life, I'm just preferring powders. So this will never come to replace a powder for me, but I like this as an item to kind of switch in and out. Number 6 is a product that gets used and abused, and that was the Modern Renaissance palette. I did wear it a couple of times. There's no pan. I'll put a picture on the screen, but there's no pan. I didn't hit pan on that pink shade like I wanted to. Again, I wore makeup 3 times. I think I wore that palette once. I'm not sure if I wore it all 3 times. I can't remember. But this project was just kind of nice to have that play with that palette. Number 7, a product you love that doesn't love you back. That was like the Holly and Michael situation in the early part of the season. I picked the Glossier Lid Stars. Last update, I decluttered 3 of my 4 and I just had Fawn left. I played with this past month. I wore it on earlier this week just to kind of have a close. The last time I wore this was earlier this week, 4 or 5 days ago. I wanted to wear it close to filming this video just for that one last go. Out of all of the Lid Stars, this one is the least disappointing. I felt really tricked and duped by those colors. I didn't feel like they sparkled or shimmered like they did in the photos and the way that they look in the tube. I also felt like they dried kind of matte and made my eyelids feel dry. This looks the most like it does on the eye in the tube. However, this just is not the color for me, even though the formula works. I'm not going to reach for this over my powder shadows or some of the single shadows I have from ColourPop. I'll pick those over this. But even more than that, this color just ain't it for me. I don't think it complements my skin tone. There are just other colors I prefer over this. So this is gonna get decluttered. So all the Lid Stars are now gone from my collection. Number 8 is a product that you love as much as Angela loves sprinkles. I am going to include screenshots of that shade. It's more productive for you to see that one up close. I did use it today. I do really like the color. It's still going. I have noticed a more significant dip in the pan. If I had worn that color regularly over this past month and continued it into next month, I think there's a good possibility I might have hit pan. Even with that color being a favorite, I think it's nice to step back from it so I don't feel as obligated to wear it and take some of that joy out of that color. And that was ColourPop Snake Eyes, by the way. I don't know if I said that. The last item, which is the long-term product love for Jim and Pam, is the Daisy perfume by Marc Jacobs. I finished it. I loved wearing this. I really, really did. Such a classic favorite scent for me. So lovely. I actually have a full bottle of this somewhere back there. I don't know if you can see it. that I will be happy to use up and love probably for several years. It takes me a long time to use up a full bottle of perfume, and it's a pretty big one back there. I think I got the largest size. I have a lot of Daisy for the years to come, and this just using this mini got me pretty excited about the scent and having it again. So I'm very happy that I also finished this. So some final thoughts on this project as I'm wrapping it up. I finished 2 things completely. I'm on my way to finishing the glossierbomb.com. I honestly might just move that over to my 20 in 2020 project pan. That is definitely a lip product I can put in there that's not going to compete with the lip products I already have. I've already taken out that red lipstick, so that can be a nice replacement and keep the momentum on that going. That's probably what I'm going to do in next update. Spoiler alert. So finish 2, 1 is really on its way. I have that momentum. It's going. I have decluttered 4 items just for 1 category. The other items were meant to be learning items and rediscovery items. If I didn't put this bronzer in the project, I might have just declutter it or would have let it sit there. I didn't really know how I felt about it or really any of the cream products I already own. And I think it's a good indication of how I feel about my cream and liquid products. Kind of the same like this. They're not really what I prefer, but I've learned to use this and appreciate it and also make it work, but not for the sake of making it work, having some enjoyment when I use it. And I know it sounds a bit silly, but when you're somebody like me, always using powder products all the time, incorporating a cream product just feels nice and like I'm switching things up, but also like keeping certain skills alive. I'm not a makeup artist, really clearly I'm not, but using cream products is, I feel like, a skill that you have to develop in makeup if you're a makeup wearer, because I always feel like I'm doing something new every time I incorporate a new formula or texture of product, which is exactly like my cream and liquid products. And so I feel as though I've kind of developed a small skill that I do want to keep alive and practice and kind of keep things fresh. Often we talk about the ways to keep things fresh in our collection is to buy stuff. By now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that's not what I'm about. Practicing techniques that are new to you or maybe ones that you don't use all the time are ways for me to keep my collection fresh. I'm really grateful for this small project because I feel as though this project, in comparison to my 20 in 2020, a lot of 20s, this one has been so valuable in learning about preferences and kind of managing my collection in ways that my full year project pan hasn't really been able to do. That one has been just good for kind of getting through products, which is generally what you want to do with the project pan. I'm really grateful for the opportunity this project afforded me and how I was really able to learn. I love learning. If you're new to this channel, I love learning and I feel as though I'm a student for life, and something as simple about learning about my preferences is still learning and still something that I love to do and learning to use new things. And so this project was definitely a fun little way to spice up the year. And I feel as though this year needs some spicing up. Anyways, that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.